This is the A290. This is the naughty cousin of the Renault 5, but it is quite a different type of car. Now, the Renault 5 is already a fun car to drive, but this is even more so. This hot hatch has a specific set of motor, suspension, brakes and software that ensures that you'll get the most out of your track day. So today we're going to be checking out the Alpine A290 in its natural environment here in sunny Spain. Well, not too sunny today, but we are on a racetrack. Let's see what this little car can do. Meet the Alpine A290, small but mighty. It's packed with power, precision and a cheeky French attitude. Let's just say, for the price, you're getting one of the most fun rides in town. But before we get it out on the track, how about we check out if this actually works as just a normal car. The car is very quick to change direction due to the fact that the wheels are only 2.5 meters apart. There's 180, or in this case 220 horsepower to the front wheels, which means that this isn't true hot hatch like we used to know them. Suspension isn't too tight. It's okay, but it's not racing tight. But again, this is an electric car, so we've got all the weight down the bottom, and it's not really too jiggly either. Alpine has done a lot of work on the sound design for this, and you can really tell. So when you're accelerating, you get this spacey sound. It comes out of the high-end speaker system that they've also designed specifically for this car. Alpine, a brand born out of passion and precision, right in the heart of Dieppe, France, back in 1955. Founded by Jean Redelet, a young racer with a taste for lightweight, agile cars, Alpine quickly made a name for itself with iconic models like the A110, a car that dominated rallies and gave drivers an experience that was more about connection than brute force. Over the years, Alpine has delivered some unforgettable rides, from the A310 with its daring design to the iconic Renault 5 Alpine, one of the world's first hot hatches that brought sporty driving to everyday roads. Now, Alpine's taking that DNA into the future with a full electric lineup. The A290 is just the beginning, kicking off what they call the dream garage of electric sports car. So coming out of a curve like this one here, and if you put your foot down, you'll get a little bit of torque steer. The steering wheel will pull you in whichever direction you're steering towards. I guess this is so that you're really connected with the driving experience. I guess they could have filtered it out, but like for example, Ford Focus ST, you feel like you have to do some work to actually keep this car on the road. Same thing with the brake pedal. It's hard. You can stop this car on a dime if you want to, but you have to work for it. So you feel involved with the driving. And I guess that's what you really want in a sporty version of a short little hot hatch like this one. So now we're in its natural element. These are the tiny roads. You can feel every little hole, every little curve through the steering wheel. Yeah, you're well connected to the road actually. Regenerative braking in this one is managed by a little thing I have here on the steering wheel, a little blue scrolly wheelie thing. And it's okay, it's quite nice. You can see it stands out clearly against the red button here, which is the overtake button. If I hold my foot at least 10% gas and I hit the overtake button, I get 100% instant power to the front wheels. That's good for overtaking, or if you're really pro, you can use it for unsettling the car if you want to slide through a corner. But not everything is perfect about this car. Now in the middle, you got the gear shifters. You got them sitting here in the center console, just like you would find on the Alpine 110. I must admit, this is not my favorite bit of the car. It's not a quick place to find the gear shifters, it's not a quick shift to do. And honestly, I'm a tall guy and my elbow against the seat, trying to find the buttons down there, no, not optimal at all. Rear seats are relatively small. This is a 4-meter long car, so you can't expect much more. What would have been really interesting would be to make just a 2-seater version. Make it a bit more radical, a bit more extreme. Get rid of the rear seats. Who cares about them anyway? The interface is very classic Renault. You get too many stalks, too many buttons. There's too much going on here. So if you want to be just driver focused, just forget about screens, forget about everything else. Think about your little overtake button, the steering wheel, and just the road ahead of you. I do like the fact that the screen is this Google Automotive. It is by far the best system in the world. Stop making your individual little development, all of you car companies. Just take Google. Google will do it better than you ever can, because that's all Google does. It works good for planning routes, it works good for searching things, it works good for GPS, all of that. Just do that. Don't make up your own thing. It won't be as good. The seats are sporty, but they're not bucket seats, so you can use them for everyday driving if you want to. I can't really move around, but yeah, I could drive this for 3 hours every day and still be perfectly comfortable. The interior quality for this segment of a car is absolutely excellent. You know, the design is sporty. It's very much this French Alpine style, you know, very chic. Lots of details, lots of lights, lots of colors all mixed together. But the quality with which it's built and the materials used are top of the line for this level of car. See, this is a B segment car, and many B segment cars, you'll see the chassis all over the place. You'll find hard plastics, none of these leathery stitches and all of these little colors and details in here that, you know, Alpine has really done a great work of making you feel like you're in a premium small space. You have to talk about the fact that they put a front wheel drive on this car, because it is a sporty car, but you can unsettle it very quickly and the steering becomes very light when you go from 20 to 80 kilometers an hour. You really have to pay attention and keep your eyes on the road and 2 hands firmly on the steering wheel. It will go light. They have an almost 50-50 weight ratio between the two axles. Not quite. It's a little bit more heavy on the front end, and I guess that's okay, because when you're accelerating, you really want the weight up front so the front wheel can grip. I guess when you're going around a corner, you want the perfect 50-50 distribution, but 50-50 distribution is actually best if you've got rear wheel drive. So this is a fun car to drive, absolutely. But most of all, this is an everyday car that you can enjoy with style and some fun. It's not just a radical track day car that you only use once every 30 days when you find the time to go to a track. This could perfectly well be your day-to-day, daily driver in the city, going to work, going to pick up your kids, going to football practice, whatever you like. And then, when you have the time, when you have the opportunity, you go to the mountains and driving these windy back roads, and it'll put a smile on your face. The car accelerates from 0 to 100 in just 6.4 seconds. If you really want to get the full potential out of this, you got a launch control in there. You hold down the overtake button, put your left foot on the brake, put your right foot on the accelerator, let go, and you're off. The Alpine A290 is available in 4 different versions. Common for all versions is a 52 kilowatt-hour battery that charges at a maximum of 100 kilowatts on a fast charger and can do up to 380 kilometers of range. The entry-level version is called the GT and starts at €38,700, and with that you get 180 horsepower, 285 nanometers of torque, 0 to 100 comes up in 7.4 seconds, and you have a top speed of 160 kilometers per hour. The GT Premium version adds Nappa leather seats, as seen in this video, and the excellent Devalier high-fidelity sound system. The GT Premium comes in at €42,800. If instead of leather seats and speaker systems, you just want the higher performing motors, you can go for the GT Performance, which gives you 220 horsepower, 300 nanometers of torque, and 0 to 106.4 seconds. The GT Performance comes in at €41,900. And finally, there's the Big Daddy, the GTS version, where you get the nicer interior and the bigger motor. This will set you back €45,600, but that is definitely the one to get. Enough with the chit chat, let's get this car out on the track. We are now driving the Alpine A290 around the track. It is so balanced and so easy to drive. Even a mediocre driver like myself can easily take this car around the track and enjoy it. So how much fun can you actually have in an electric car? And I tell you, there's so much fun you can have in this car. The really short wheelbase, 2.5 meters, 220 horsepower to the front wheel, but very well controlled. And then the 50-50 weight distribution really kicks in here at the corner. Ah, excellent, excellent. And then when you are out of the corner, the front wheel grip Well, the front wheel actually torque steers a little bit, but the grip is absolutely great for a car like this. Yeah, you can really feel those Pilot Sport S tires working. So when I'm a little bit too fast into the corner, they're really helping me out there. If you're not driving perfectly and you got the traction control off, the excellent handling of this car will just help you out whenever you get into trouble. Look, there you go. Halfway through the corner now, put your foot down, a little bit of torque steer out the corner, but you know what? You can actually kick the back end out. You don't even have to do a Scandinavian flick or anything like that. It's just unsettle it a little bit, just a slight tap on the brakes in the corner, and you just hold it around. Well, this is just way too much fun. The Alpine 290, 150 down the straight, hard on the brakes coming into the corner there. And we're just going to keep this wide, careful about this corner, because this is a zigzag. That'll really get you into trouble. There you go, that's the way to do it. And then go a little bit wide, keep wide, keep wide, keep wide, keep wide. This corner's very treacherous. And then coming out of it, there you go, there you go. This car is absolutely a driver's car. The car is good, but it does make you work for it. Anybody who says that you can't have fun in an electric car and that they're not sporty, they don't know what they're talking about. The car's top speed limited to 170. Don't think we'll hit that down there. Hard on the brakes here. I mean, I've underestimated these Brembo brakes. You can brake much harder, much later than I did there. I mean, no problem whatsoever. This car will keep you on the track, no problem. This is like a go-kart. It really is. I love the smell of brake dust in the morning. This is the most fun I've had in a car since high school, if you know what I mean. So who is this car really for? The A290 is not just a track car. This is a car you can use for your everyday life. You can bring the kids to school, go grocery shopping, drive to work, whatever you need to do. And then at the weekends, you can take it to the track, or you can go to the mountains and it'll put a smile on your face. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it here on the track in Mallorca, in Spain. If so, please subscribe and you'll get a notification next time we upload a video with another electric car and a smile behind the steering wheel. I've been Lars, you've been watching Totally Electric. Ciao.